Hey guys, happy Friday. How's it going? How's everyone doing? Let me read through the comments. Wish everyone is green. Me too. I wish that too. I don't think it's gonna be true, and it's never gonna be true for the zero-sum game. Well, with life, but I love it. Cool. Cool. Yeah, well, now's the time to ask more about DeltaTrader for sure. So I don't want to talk to anything that specific today. I think so. Basically just want to go with your questions. So bring it on, bring it on. That's like I said to Rush, let's do an AMA. Ask me anything because So go ahead. What do you want to know? I did trade today, and it was not as bad as last Friday. So so I'm slightly up, but yeah, I just traded one account instead of 20, so or whatever accounts, I think 18. But yeah, so so my rules are gonna be on Fridays. I'm just gonna trade one account until I'm steady on Fridays, because I don't know if you guys remember, or maybe you haven't even seen the last stream, that I was like a little bit of a tilt trade on Fridays, and I don't like Fridays in general to trade. But today I traded, but just one account, and I did overtrade because I was like, yeah, it's just one account, like it doesn't matter. I did overtrade, but so it was not a really good trading, but I did end it up. And so yeah, good lesson. And I'm glad still, even though I made some money, I'm glad I didn't trade all my accounts. Yeah. So can you teach me how VPOC will work? Well, VPOC will work. It doesn't work. It's just there, right? So the VPOC is the volume point of control. So it's basically just the highest volume of a day, of a period, depending on what you set it. and it's a little bit more clear, I think, if you look at it on a bigger time frame like this. The magenta line here, let me maybe zoom in a little bit, is how the VPOC develops on the day. So the magenta line is like the current VPOC, and the line that you see developing is how it changes over time with the bars that we traded, right? In this case, it's a 15-minute bar, and yeah, VPOC moving down usually means there's more acceptance lower, so it's negative. And as you can see now, it moved up from the low, so this is more positive. Finally, because we went down pretty hard, right? Which definitely caught me a little bit off guard because I started buying here from my level here, which worked out, but it was sketchy as hell. But and I started, I don't remember, buying here or something like that with the levels that I drew beforehand. So I did have a short, but was pre-market. That level was perfect, but they didn't give me a chance in the RTH. But yeah. Anyway, VPOC. So yeah, it's basically just how. So the fixed value of the VPOC is just the highest volume of the session. Whether you set it to a day or RTH or ETH, it's just the highest volume of that period. You could even have a VPOC of 1 bar, right? It's just the highest volume. And it's usually very important because it means that that's where the most transactions are, right? So it's the price that has the most significance, right? And people are like agreeing on that price in that specific moment. Yeah, I hope that answers your questions. Your question about VPOC. But that's what VPOC is. So how it will work? I think you meant to say how will you use it, and that for me that will be more like, hey, if I see it's gonna go down to a VPOC level, a prior VPOC level, I'm expecting a reaction because previously people were interested in that price, and people that were offsides, they probably want to either rebalance or go flat. And that's why often it gives a reaction, and then you can actually see it here. So the previous VPOC of just now, like from an hour ago, was about 24, right? 60.24. We went up, but we created a higher VPOC. So that means there's like more acceptance higher again, right? So like higher prices are more accepted at this point. But this little drop down that we just had went into the 24s. You probably can see it here. It went into the 24s. So it hit 23.25, and then it bounced up again. So in that sense, it's exactly what I just told you. The people were offsides, they get a chance to get out, or they get a chance for people to get in. Like they know that this was a previous accepted volume, accepted price with enough volume, and I probably would have taken that long if I was trading. So that's how I use VPOC, and that's how I look at it. It's very, very interesting, and you can use it on a macro level. Well, for me, this is macro level, like 15-minute chart, but you can also use it like more intraday, right? With reversal bars here. All the orange boxes here are also VPOCs per bar, right? So you can use that. You can use that too. So there's different ways of how to use VPOC. But there's a lot of talking about VPOC, and I hope that made sense. Yes, if you have an active account with TFD with Rhythmic, it's free. Yeah. Oh, you already answered that, sorry. Let me see. Does DeltaTrader have such features? TPO, tick charts, Kelvin channel? I don't know what a Kelvin channel is. Footprints, yeah. So footprint, point and finger. Point and finger is what I call reversal bars. I think it's exactly the same, or it's super similar to pointing finger. But yeah, so reversal bars is my main chart that I use, and it's either derived from pointing finger or it's exactly the same as pointing finger. But yeah, so that's what we use with what I use mostly with footprint charts. TPO, we have volume profiles, which is, in my opinion, close enough to TPO, but we will be building TPO. And I already talked with Josh about that too, and we're gonna probably host like a little webinar thing. I was hoping to do it earlier, but maybe near the end of the year or very early next year, we're gonna do a webinar, and then we're gonna ask you guys what you want to have in it, and we're gonna make it the best TPO ever with your input. So yeah, and the rest, short, yeah, it's good. I don't know what that is. So I don't use it. But if it's like a standard indicator that everyone has, then yeah, then we have it. Personally, I don't use it. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, hey guys. Nice to see you. Let's see. Also, could tape aggregate orders by the RD from revenue? So we haven't worked much on our tape yet, mostly because no one asked about it. We do have a tape, but I think most you can see in the dome. The dome is basically a big, for me at least, it's a big tape. But if you want to send me some specifics of what you want to see, you can just email me or wherever, DM me in Discord. I'll look into it, and then we can see if we can build it. For sure. Let's see. I overtraded and filled the 50K funded account today. Yeah. Need money. Yeah. So I wouldn't trade. That would be my advice. If you need money, especially to cover bills, I think trading is the worst thing to do. Because you're just focused on making money, right? You need it. You get that urge to take trades. You get the urge to, you need to be right. You're gonna be scared to take losses probably, so everything works against you when you need it. For me, trading works the best when you actually don't need it, or at least when you don't have a time pressure on that. So yeah, I'm very sorry you lost that account. Yeah, it's part of the journey, but I would say needing money is the worst scenario you can be in trading wise. Yeah, so I would not do it. Yeah, a very hard day. Yeah, it's a very hard day for sure. For sure. Yeah, I think most people can agree. Yeah, I talked to a couple of traders, and everyone was having a hard time, and I'm just barely up and only over trading, and I just stopped after the first hour anyway, because that's what I do. Well, yeah, probably we have it done. Yeah, I have to check. I don't use any standard indicators honestly. Just VWeb volume profile and footprint charts, and but yeah, then we probably have it. Yeah. Well, cool guys. Yeah. So how's everyone doing? Like, it's a hard day for sure, but were you able to follow your own rules, or did you break any rules like I did last week? Wow, how's it going? Are you guys using the journaling, by the way, in the TFD dashboard, which is super nice? Are you guys using it, or are you just looking at it like, oh yeah, it looks really nice, but I'm not using it? Right? Oh, thanks, Raj, for putting that up. Yeah. So guys, 60% off, end of day, 70% off. the static accounts, code NTF, get your accounts, but don't like, what's your Gerichimus? Don't buy it, please. Please don't. If you need money, again, I'm going to repeat this. If you need it to pay bills, trading is the worst way to do that. Please don't. Make sure you got that under control first. When you have money to spare, it's a very good avenue to try and to make money. But please don't do it with money that you cannot miss. Really. Yeah. I'm almost red on another account and TFT. I love TFT. They push me not to overtrade. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very, very, very good. And I really like their, so actually they changed, right? So you can remove your daily limit, your daily loss limit. I would recommend not to remove it. Because if you want to trade it like, long term, more like professionally, there should be no scenario that you will risk your whole account in one day. It will be absolutely nuts. And I know it's kind of the trend with all the prop firms and the $1 million payouts and whatnot. But really, if you want to do this long term, guys, don't risk your whole account in one day. It makes no sense at all, literally. So I understand that probably due to pressure of your guys, they implemented it, but please use a daily loss limit. It's the best thing you can do to survive this, because you will make mistakes. Yeah, it's just a hard game. It's facts. It's just, yeah, there might be days that it's gonna be easy for you. Like if you maybe short it today and you would just hold it. Sure, you could make a lot of money, but there will be an exception, right? That's not gonna be the rule. So please use a daily loss limit. Yeah, because it keeps you in the game, right? It keeps you in the game, and that's why my tilt day from last week, or what was that? Yeah, I don't know. I lost track of time. I think it was last week. That it kept me in the game because it wasn't that bad as I maybe made it sound like. But I lost a lot, but I made it back in 2 days. So yeah, it was for me more about breaking the rules because I wasn't following my rules. It was more that than really tilting and oversizing and just breaking the account, right? So yeah. Green on TDF, very, very good. Let's go. Green on Friday is always good because then it's nicer to go into the weekend with, right? I always hate it when I lose on Fridays and then the weekend starts. I'm like, oh, like why? You have to wait till Monday to get back to trading, and I don't know. Often it just makes me feel bad, but yeah. Yesterday was overconfident and skilled and aggressively. Yeah, to trade, of course, it becomes a lot. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's a tough one, and it's a common thing. And honestly, it's not even that bad if you go through it. Everyone will go through that at some point. It's just how you learn from it, and how you deal with it going forward. So, yeah, the way that the reason that you're still here and talking with us. Very, very good. Keep it going, and just don't do it. I think overconfidence is very tough in this game because I've had it too, and especially on a long winning streak. And I talked about that a couple swims ago. I was guys like I'm due for a loss day because it's going so well, and of course it happened. So yeah, and only thing you can do is try to keep it small and try to keep your sides consistent until you really build a good buffer. And then I talked about it with Josh too, right? Only then you can maybe think of scaling up, and then probably still should take very, very slow steps. Yeah. Yeah. What is an A setup order flow entry set for you? For me, usually it's reactions of VPOCs or reactions of intraday, like VPOCs formed inside a footprint bar. After it breaks down and retests. So I like to fade into reversals pretty much. Yeah. And those are usually pretty quick trades. And I like quick trades because I don't like to spend much time in the market. Because for me, the more time I spend in the market, the more risk I take. And while it might sound weird, I don't really like risk that much. So I like to take the trade, get out, and that's it. But yeah, so that's my main setup pretty much. Yeah. But there's a few. There are a few that are. Let's see. Green days every day this week. Nice. Crazy week for sure. Yeah. Only up small 550, but managed my trades well. So I consider it a good week. Yeah. I mean, I don't know your account size, but 550 is good in whatever account, right? So up is up, green is green, as long as you didn't break your rules. Very well done. Very well done. Oh. This is a tricky one. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there are some things that I used to study, but it's a long time ago. It's from what's his name? Dalton. So the volume profile course on Dalton, it was very well. I don't know now, but it was very expensive at the time. But I went over it with a group of friends that I traded with at the time. But it's I don't know. It's more than 10 years ago now. So I did that. That course was pretty interesting. But he also went a lot into TPOs, and for me, TPOs doesn't add that much. I just like to see the volume profiles and then the candles on top. So for me personally, TPO didn't add anything, but the volume analysis was very, very, very good, and it's something that I still use now, right? After, what is it, 15, 16 years? Yeah, so 2009. Yeah, so yeah, 16 years. May 09 I started. Yeah. So, but yeah. So your question is what to, yeah. If it's still out there, I would get the Dalton course, I guess. For the rest, I don't really know, man. I would maybe just nowadays just maybe ask ChatGPT, like, what are the main concepts of like volume profile, how can I use it? Probably can answer you now, right? Probably would do that, or yeah, or keep. Well, main thing is keep watching it, right? So, in my opinion, and it's like something they say, right? You need 10,000 hours to become an expert in something. So get started on those 10,000 hours of watching volume profiles and order flow and things like that. So it's gonna take you a while, right? There's certainly shortcuts that you can take to, expedite your learning curve, but you gotta get those hours in, man. It's like this is yeah. I'm probably gonna say it really every stream, but this is hard. This is one of the hardest jobs that you can do, I think. So just gotta put in the hours. I did, for sure. So yeah. I'm at the point now that I just trade like 30 minutes or like 45 minutes a day, and I'm good. But that comes from years and years and years and even more years of watching it every day, 8 hours per day or more, doing that. And it doesn't come like out of nowhere, and people think that, or and they might get lucky and get a good winning streak and think they invented the holy grail. It's not going to work like that. It's really not going to work like that. Even if you think that it's going to be a point that you're going to be put back into your place and the market is going to humble you, and you got to learn. Like everyone else, it's going to take time and and a lot of effort and a lot of I say that perseverance. Yeah, man, it's you got to go through that. Uh, yes, yeah. Yeah, the platform we're just seeing right now, DeltaTrader, is what I built. Well, no, it's what my team built, right? So I'm not a developer, unfortunately. But yeah, it's what our team built, and took a long time, but here we are. Yeah. Oh, I already yeah. So I already answered that. How long have you been trading? Yeah, it's over 16 years now, full time. Yeah, well, full time. Well, full time. So I got very busy with the software as well. So I traded less at that time a little bit. Getting more into it now, but full time. I mean, for me, this is full time, right? So if I trade an hour a day, that's full time for me, because I don't want to trade longer than that, and I just lose focus, and I feel most of the action that I want to see is happening in the first hour. So for me, that is enough. But in general, if you're asking how long I'm trading, yeah, it's been 16 and a half years now, I guess. Yeah, May. So yeah, time flies, guys, because this feels like yesterday. It's crazy. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, Dalton. Yeah, Dalton is famous for that, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think so too. I think you can find a lot on YouTube and things like that. Or and like I said, I'll check later, but I think ChatGPT can guide you through that as well. But again, I'd be happy to go through it as well. Like not today, I guess, but yeah, some other time. Yeah. Yeah, there's many things now. Those were not available, right? 16 years ago, really. Like, I don't think. Wait, when did YouTube started? I don't know. It was also not that long ago, right? So when was YouTube founded? It's like, yeah, because I remember posting a footprint video on YouTube from like 13 years ago. Let me show you. I like showing this, guys, just because it's so long ago. Yeah, this is like, yeah. So this is 13 years ago. Footprint chart, 2012. Look, guys, this is a footprint chart from 13 years ago. We're trading at 1440. Is that cool or not? Is that cool? I think so. Yeah, but very, very different numbers than today. Yeah, market was so thick then. All the order book levels were at least 1,000 or like 800-900 lots thick. And as you know now, we're moving with like 50-30 lots. Like it's so different right now. Yeah. Yeah, a lot has changed, guys. A lot has changed, and it also means that for you guys, right? So today's market might not be the market from a year or 2 years from now, right? So things are evolving all the time. So yeah, you gotta stay sharp and be ready for changing markets. So yeah, keep that in mind. Let's see, reading through the comments. Let's see. My entries and stops are top notch, as if I've been consistently watching order flow for like 8 months. Very good. But I changed my directions consistently and cut my profit short. What do you mean with changing directions? Because you mean reversing long and short? Like, I don't know. If your entries My stops are good. Like that means you got it nailed down pretty much. But I'm not sure what you mean by changing directions. Like, you mean adjusting your orders, or you know, moving your stop and yeah. Let me know. Hey, what's up? Oh yeah, man. Of course. Yeah, I know. Hey, nice to see you. Yeah, we're still building it. Yeah, man. It's been a while. Like, we started building DeltaTrader 5 years ago, more, 5.5 now, 6 years. I don't know. Time flies. Probably 6 years now. Only launched the beginning of this year. It's been quite the journey, guys. Yeah, let me tell you that. Yeah. Yeah, so what gave me the idea to create? That's a good question, actually. So I didn't like the platforms that were out there at the moment. I wanted something better with orderflow that initially I also wanted to run my algorithm on. I haven't got to that yet, but I do want to build that also as well. It was like not automation, but like it plotted very accurate zones. Some of you guys maybe remember it, but it's called the zone decoder, and I still need to implement it now in this platform. I haven't gotten to that part yet, but yeah, that's one of the reasons. Yeah, just wanted to something that really worked well. Also on my Mac, because I'm a Mac fan and I really don't like Windows, and I was always forced to use Windows, right? Because almost every app, at least at the time, was just Windows. Like, imagine 10 years ago, there was nothing on Mac trading wise, nothing, really nothing. So yeah, those are one of the reasons. Yeah, thanks man, appreciate it. Yeah. Build context. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's yeah, I use it for context a lot too. So yeah, so I use the 15-minute profile. It's more like my my bigger picture area where I want to see, where I want to start trading, at least some levels that I needs to reach before I even want to consider entering. And then I look at the footprint chart, see if something confirmed with what I'm seeing from those levels that I drew. And then the last part is the dome. I want to see some some volume hitting, some people defending it, maybe even some icebergs hitting that I'm thinking like, oh, okay, they're trying to buy it. Different things. Yeah, so it's definitely helpful for context, volume profile, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. How do you control your mind not to overtrade or revenge trade? How did you get over? How did you get over to tune to trade half for 1 hour and stop? Yeah, man, that that's by trial and error and by failing a lot. By mainly failing a lot. Yeah. So it's a loaded question for me, because I've been through so many things. Like, it's mainly from experience, screwing it up so many times that that you're thinking like, why am I doing this? Like, can I even call myself a trader if I keep doing this? Because I'm having good setups and then keep over trading, or take setups with no reason at all, except like being bored and things like that. It just got to a point that I said, like, dude, like, do you want to do this seriously, or do you just want to gamble and make this as a cool hobby that, like, even cost money, right? Because if you, I don't know, go to a sports club or the gym, you pay money to go there. And at some point I felt like trading was like that for me. Like, yeah, I'm not like maybe break even or something, or up a little bit, but I can do so much better if I just follow some basic rules that I need to set. And yeah, man, it's just that, like, you got to get to a point like that you're saying, like, yeah, this is it. No more. I need to do something to take this seriously, or it's just gonna be some stupid hobby that might make a little bit of money, but will never be a real profession. Yeah, probably that. And the thing about just trading a half an hour, I'm good. So I trade, well, all in all. So okay, so all the size that I take in one trade is now big enough that I don't need to trade all day to have really good revenue, or profit, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just happy. Like it's not even per se about the profit. Like, well, a little bit, I guess. But if I make 3 to 5K in, like, in an hour, I'm super happy, because who the hell can say that, right? Almost no one can say they made so much money in an hour. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, right? It's almost makes no sense, right? For most people, it's just insane. And yeah, and in trading it's possible, but you gotta be so focused. You gotta be everything, right? And I don't know how many times you guys watch my stream, but I don't know. I keep repeating myself, I guess, but you gotta have everything in line. Yeah, your emotions, your environment, your health, everything comes together with trading. And if it's not, it will bite you in the ass and get you, really. Like, you can be lucky once in a while, sure. You can get away with overtrading once in a while, sure. You can get away with oversizing once in a while, sure. It's all it could be pure luck, and you could have a really good streak, but in the end, you're not gonna get away with it. Especially like not placing stops, things like that. You can get away with it a long time and it goes well, but that one day is not gonna go your way, and it's really gonna go tank. Like today. Today's a good example. If you were long at some point and it kept tanking, you keep buying, you will blow your account, no doubt. And then it's over. So yeah, so for me, I'm just happy. Like, if I have 2 losses or something, or 3, I just stop. If I have 1 or 2 wins, I'm good. I'm good. Like, yeah, I try to do at least one to 2 risk reward. If I'm really scalping, I do 1-on-1. My win rate has been going down because I have been trying to take more profit in one trade. I'm doing less 1-on-1 trades. So I went from like 72% win rate to like 65, I think. But I have been making more money. So, so I just wanna limit my time in the market. That's one, because you can only be focused for so long, right? And for most people, it's an 8-hour day. Like, if you have a 9-to-5 job, you're probably not even focused all the time. But let's say you consider it a 9-to-5 job. Trading is, well, at least to me, right? I'm just speaking about personal experience. It's so intense. Like, you have to be so focused. You have to be so on point. You have to be so sharp. 1 hour of trading feels like 4 or 5 hours to me. And if I don't look at the time. The timestamps in the chart, I completely lose track of time. I have no clue what time it is, right? So it's just a lot, and I don't want to do that, and I don't want to trade. Like, let's say if I would have traded like 3-4 hours, it would feel like if I would be trading 24/7, right? So, and yeah, it's just not what I want to do. So I try to really limit it to really have a good setup, a setup that I nail. Get the contracts in, get out, minimize my risk as much as I can, and then do something else with my day. There's so many other things that you can do, like building a platform. Yeah, so that's why I don't want to trade all day, and yeah, and I think most people shouldn't trade all day. It's just it's too much. I think it's a lot. Or divide it in some time frames. That you're going to trade the open till the European close. Just 2 hours something, and then maybe trade the last hour or something like that, or maybe the last 2 hours if you really want to go for it. But that is if you're winning, right? So that's when you're not in the learning phase. If you're in the learning phase, I think you should watch it all day, but not trade it all day. But I think you should watch it, yeah, because you can still learn a lot from just watching the market. But even then, I would probably skip lunch hour, because when the volume is low, it's just not happening that much, right? It's just like whatever. Like I remember it's less now, but like there's some algorithms, just up to down to, up to down to, and then just whacking the volume up and down. Yeah, just some stupid algorithm action is pretty boring. Yeah, so maybe even if you learn, just watch the first 2 hours of the market and maybe the last 2 hours, and then try to work on your journaling in between, things like that, because TFD has great journaling software built in that you get with them for free with any account. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's a long answer, I think, to your question. I hope it makes sense. Oh, thank you. So yeah, YouTube started in 05. Okay, cool. 05, yeah. So it's still pretty new at the time, I think. Yeah, or I wasn't really into it. I don't know, but yeah. Now you watch them, nice. Yeah. Here's a little demonstration of the platform. I mean, this is what you're seeing. So yeah, the footprint chart, you can use enter orders. Yeah, I am connected to funded accounts. So I'm not I'm not gonna enter some trades for you at the moment, sorry. But yeah, so for example, nice flush up. Whoa, nice flush up. That went fast. Damn. Yeah, they're really working it. That's fast. Yeah. Boop, another flush back to VWAP. Yeah, like nice little push up to VWAP. Which makes sense, because like VPOC moved up. It's a more positive signal, right? It's more acceptance higher. So they're probably going to test this little previous VPC. Well, the VWAP might cause some resistance maybe, but then the previous VPC was like, let's say 60s. So they could push up all the way to 60 easily, which is here. So yeah, well, VWAP, normally there are some algorithms running on VWAP, right? So yeah. But about features, yeah, I mean, it's just, this is you're running this in the browser, right? So that's one of the features, and you guys see how quick it was, updating the DOM in a browser with like unlimited Rhythmic data. So yeah, it's fast. Yeah, you can use, well, so I'm maybe a little bit old school, but I like just to move windows around like a desktop app in a web app, because I don't like all the glued. I didn't like it at least, all the glued windows in the web app that you see nowadays. I can't. Yeah, so footprint charts, volume profiles. You can trade on the chart, of course, as well, right? So you can trade on chart, trade on the DOM. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, it's my favorite platform, obviously. No, but yeah. So reversal charts, something that a lot of platforms don't have. I just like reversal bars a lot because it's my preferred bar style because it's not time based, right? It's not time based. Oh look, here, nice little resistance at the VWAP here, and the midpoint RTH mid. So those levels are plotted automatically, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me try to. Usually things go wrong when I try to zoom in, but I'll try. Can you guys see that? I don't know. So RTH midpoint means RTH like regular trading hours, gas hours, right? Mid and VWAP. So right there, some of the resistance, and then went lower. So that would have probably been a setup that I would trade if I was trading right now, because it often gives some kind of resistance, short term, long term. I don't know. I think that's just gonna try to test 60 maybe, but let's see. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever. You can move to whatever you want. I don't know what else you guys want to see. This is just my workspace. You can have multiple workspaces if you want to do something else and just change to another one. Yeah. There's a lot. Wait, where's that? Let's see. Oh, I lost a comment. Oh, Rush is doing. Do I need to cut it off? Rush do we need to?
No, you're good. Keep going.
Okay. All right, just checking. Let me read. Here we go. Yeah, so that was that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, or let me know what you want to see. I mean, yeah, I'm just running it with real-time data right now, so it's running. Great that you could see some spikes in the market that it picked up. Do you use order flow only for? Wait, do you use order flow for entries or for exits as well? Yeah, I mean for exit as well, right? No, for sure. Like for example, right now, like I just showed you, like, okay, there's like a previous VPSC at 60. If I was like longing into this, I probably would have want to exit at 60, the previous VPSC. If they're gonna push into that, I'm probably front run it a little bit, so like 59.50 or check where they want to put some big orders, right? So it might reject. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to miss it, but I want to be close to it. So I'm watching those things as well. So yeah, definitely use it for exit as well. Yeah. And I do have like mechanical brackets that I set. I usually set like 6.5 or 6 point bracket, things like that. So that would be my ideal exit or take profit. And my stop, well, you can see here 24 ticks, so it's 6 points, but I don't use really 6 points. It's just my initial stop, and I usually move it very quickly to either below a big order or below some kind of level, quickly to 3 points. Then if it goes my way, I move it to 2 points. If it retests, I leave it there. But if it goes back and make a new high, then I move it to break even. So I'm actively managing that, and see where the biggest order are. So if I see they're defending it, like if it goes now, if it's, let's say it makes a new high now and it goes back below that 55s, I want to be out, because they should have been more successful in defending that, I think, because that's the biggest volume of this bar. So I'm definitely using it for both sides. Yeah. But this morning I caught the flush down and it just filled me immediately, so I didn't even have time to manage it. So it just flushed into my target. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. So yeah. So that went so fast. Yeah, I didn't have time. But I did try to place the order where the volume was from, like right after the open, right? So at the low, and I caught that pretty nicely. Should have held it, of course, but that's easy in hindsight. That helps no one. Yes. Yeah. So that's for the one reason I'm trying to push. Yeah. Just you know, exactly. No gamble for that. Yeah, no yeah, right. Because you can gamble. You can gamble, right? But it's not trading. So trading and gambling are really, really different things. And it's sometimes very hard for people to differentiate between that, I guess. But yeah, those are very, very different things. And you can gamble here and be right, but that's the same chance you have in the casino, right? So if you play blackjack and you bet on red, yeah, you can hit red. Sure, yeah, that's very, very much possible because it's 50-50. Well, it's sort of 50-50, right? Like with black and what is it? Red and black is 50. But if you bet on like the numbers, yeah, there are some other chances, and I don't know how it works actually, but yeah, so it's just basically 50-50, and you can do that, but then you're just gambling, right? So yeah, there's for me not a real edge in that. Yeah. And that's why I don't consider it trading. So it's just gambling. Yeah. What else? I'm not sure what you mean. Trap. It's a trap. You said enter once. If it's a trap, you mean? Like if, yeah. Yeah, so I try to, take retests or something like that. So if it's the first time, it's working great. If the second time is working, I even don't try anymore, or with small size. And the third time, I don't know, I'm not even gonna try because more likely to break, right? Yeah. Christmas. Giveaway, nice. Let's go. Let's see. Oh yeah, I saw you guys have some merch now. It look pretty cool. I need to get me some a sweater. Yeah, look very, 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 very cool. Well done. Do you mind saying? Well, so yeah, I mean, it's just copied accounts, right? So basically, I'm running like between 20 and 40 ES. So yeah, usually 20-ish. Well, 20-40. Yeah, between 20 and 40 ES. Yeah. Yeah. Blue 6 evils today, and I'm trying to rinse and repeat, and it's not working. How does one control buying evils just to prove the mind until they are broke? Oh man, yeah, I'm sorry. It's a difficult thing, and it depends. It depends where you trade, right? With TFD, I know you're not talking about them, but so maybe I'll skip it maybe. But they don't allow you to reset multiple times a day, right? So and I think that's good. So you probably should give that a go. Yeah, doing the evals and just resetting them. It's no long-term strategy, right? It's like It's like gambling, right? And if you know you're doing that, it's fine. If you just want to pass one evil, something like that, I guess technically you can do it. But you got to realize it's also not trading. It has nothing to do with trading, right? It has nothing to do with it. It's just taking steps, and hoping you hit a winner one time. And usually that's very hard, especially I don't know with some account with like trailing drawdown. It's very very hard. So again, if you want to be successful in this long term, I would stop doing that and just get a practice account at TFD, and keep practicing until you have it under control. Because if you don't, like, why are you even wanting to trade a funded account, right? If you're not getting any result from it, you'll just be giving money away to these firms, and yeah, you're not helping yourself with that, right? So yeah, just get a practice account. Um, I don't know if Josh gives DeltaTrader access to a practice account, but if you want to do a practice account with TFD, use code NTF. that's for one. But if I'm not sure if there's a deal with the practice accounts, but I'll give you access to DeltaTrader if you want to try it. So, but please don't keep blowing evals for no reason. I understand the urge to do it, but yeah, if it doesn't work six times in a day, then it's also not going to work the 10 times, right? It's just something. Yeah, you're missing the edge at that point, or you're just straight out gambling. Probably the latter, but yeah, I just don't do it. Just don't do it. No, we don't have backtesting. No, and I'm not sure we're gonna build that. I don't believe that much in backtesting, especially with order flow. It's very hard to accurately backtest that. Yeah, so I like forward testing with small size. Yeah. What did I miss? A lot. You missed a lot. I don't know if you watched the market today, but it went down a lot. Yeah. Let's see. What are what are the footprint features like? Can it identify as absorption, like TPO? Can it see weak highs or single prints? I mean, you can see it on the candlestick chart, right? If you see a wick is basically a single print, right? So yeah, I mean, it's the same. So if you use 30-minute TPOs, you can use 30-minute candlesticks. And if you see a wick, or or a candle that didn't test, that's the same as a single print. So yeah, so that's the same. Again, we will build it because you guys ask for it. We will build it at some point, but yeah, it's basically the same. So if you just use 30-minute candles, to me personally, it's the same. But yeah, so that's yeah. And identify absorption, yeah, you can see that a lot more clear on the footprint, I'd say. And especially for example, absorption, yeah, I mean, not absorption, like you can see absorption here, right? So big volume in the middle, and here big buy imbalances. You can see it a lot here. Big absorption level, level. So yeah, you can see that, and you won't see that in a candlestick chart, right? So yeah, so absorption is very well. I wouldn't say easy. Like nothing is easy in this game, but you can spot absorption pretty well, I'd say, in a footprint chart. Yeah, especially with reversal bars. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Could have happened. Could have happened. Yeah. I figured they would do it yesterday, and it went up. I figured that one today. I wasn't so sure because yeah. But yeah, you never know, right? So that's the thing. You never know. So never be always ready to adjust your plan, right? Because you can be wrong. Things can change. It might have looked very, very bullish this morning, and then flip, bearish, and you should be ready for that. Instead of looking for longs, go look for shorts. Or short the upticks instead of buying the downticks. Things like that. It can change any minute, guys. The market, even right now. Like if some news comes out, who knows? No one knows. That's one of the reasons I don't like to spend this time in the market, because Trump could tweet something and it dumps 20 points or it spikes 20 points. I don't know, and I could be on the wrong side of that, right? So so no one knows. No one knows. Anything can happen at any time. We could go limit down before the close. We could do that too. I've seen it happening. So I mean, it was already a little bit maybe more bearish, but I've seen limit downs happening. And you guys, I don't know how long you guys have been trading, but limit downs don't happen that often. And I've seen it a couple of times already. Yeah, it's very interesting to see. Market just locked up, limit down. Yeah. Let's see. Read through the comments. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why I'm here, right? So no worries, all good. Do you worry about the edge of your strategy? No, I don't. No, I don't. No. I don't, because it's going really well. I'll start worry about it when I get more losing streaks, maybe. So far it's going really well. So the markets can change, of course. I will adapt, and I'm not worried about it at all. No. And I think we're gonna get to the most important question of today. Here we go. Do you put pineapple on pizza or not? I don't, but I have nothing against it. Like, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. If you like it, do it. Yeah. Would you classify yourself as more of a discretion-based or mechanical-based? Yeah, I think it's a good mix. Yeah, I think it's a good mix. Yeah. But I try to be more mechanical, but I use a lot of context, right? A lot of context, and yeah. So I think it's a mix. Yeah. 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't trade micros. And I come also from a time before those existed, right? So I've never really got into the macros. I think it's amazing for people starting, by the way, macros. I think it's amazing. Yeah, but at the time I started trading, they didn't exist. They only had the minis, and they already called minis, right? Because it used to be bigger. So they used to be just the S&P future. That was like, I think 5 times the ES, and that was one contract was 5 ES, and they already sized it down to a mini. And then after that, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I don't know how many years ago, they created the micro, which is then even a tenth of the mini. So yeah, a lot has changed on that as well. Yeah. Yeah, for me it was I don't know. For me it wasn't so helpful, because I expected more help, trading at that prop firm. and basically they just gave me an account to trade and say good luck. And I was really hoping to more improve and get guidance, things like that, and that didn't really happen. So in the end, I was like, yeah, well, like, what am I even doing here? I want to get better, not just do my own thing. I can do that. I can do that myself. Like, so I missed that added value that I was looking for, and I thought I would get at that prop firm. I had more capital, sure. Yeah, that was one thing. I had more capital to trade with, for sure. But other than that, it was it was a pretty disappointing experience. That yeah, I'd rather do that myself. Because I was really hoping to learn from the other traders, right? And they one time they had I think like a psychologist in there, but it was so minimal that I don't know. I didn't feel like I was learning much, and I was hoping it would be like something like a weekly basis, things like that. Really get into it. Really figure out your risk profile, anything that influences your trading and really improve it. But yeah, it wasn't like that, unfortunately. The company blew up actually after. Yeah, there was one big trader that I don't know how that happened, and I don't know. I think it's still in lawsuits, I guess. But one trader blew up the whole company overnight. Yeah. So that was fun. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. I think they lost like 20-30 mil overnight, something like that. Yep, was amazing. Yeah, great story. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can try the test accounts. Yeah, practice accounts called, right, with TFD. Practice accounts. I think they're amazing. Yeah, if you wanna try some stuff, test out some stuff. Yeah, do that. Yeah, 12 days. I think 12 days is fine. Like if you want to spend the time. Look, for me, it doesn't work. And I asked Josh a couple times, like, Josh, just get me into the live account. Like, I'm not gonna lose money for you. Like, but don't let me do the evil. I can, man. Like, I would love to trade live with you, but I evils, no, I can't. And I don't know. He said no, by the way. But anyway, I get that. But yeah, for me, it's I can't, guys. I can't. Like, no. I can't treat it seriously at this point in my career, in my training career. And I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, evils are evil for me. Evils are evil for me. Yeah. I can't. Yeah. If you're learning, it's the best thing. Well, not even evils. You should get a test account, really. But give us X to DeltaTrader. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Ask for it. I'll get it to you. Yeah. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, exactly. So if you get lucky and I mean, luck, is it really luck? I mean, it just played out, right? So yeah, luck is only luck when it happens once, right? If you do it multiple times, it's not luck anymore. So yeah, but very good. Yeah, and great that you lucked out. Yeah, very smart. Yeah. Have you tried or thought of ways to make trading less fatiguing? Yes, I have. Trade less time. trade only the first. Usually, I'm done in 30 minutes. Yeah, so I would say 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I'm done. And I just stop. I just stop. So that's my that's my way to do it. Yeah. Are there other ways to do that? Yeah, probably, but I'm good with this. Yeah. I mean, look, I have candlesticks on there just to look at it a little bit, you know. Like here, you can see it on the bottom left, but honestly, not so much. It's more so maybe sometimes to keep me longer in the trade, because I like my trades to be only 1 minute and I want to be out. And that not always happens, and I just want to, you know, be a little bit more careful of where I exit. You know, for example, like here at VPSCA, I want to exit there. So I should give it some more room. And sometimes looking at the candlesticks, which are time-based, helps me to do that. But in general, I don't use them that much. No, not really. No. I'm not sure what you mean. So you can still trade the full size? Oh, you mean the actual one? No, I don't know. I think you can. Yeah. I think it has a different ticker though. I think it's like SP or something. I forgot. Like, I don't know if they even have it still. They probably have, but I don't know. Yeah. You mean the ticker from the back in the day, right? With this 5 ES value. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's SP ticker. I'm not sure. Yeah. But yeah, but I don't know why you would trade it. The ES is much more liquid than that one, so yeah, it's not that well traded. VWAP, yeah, I watch VWAP. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can see it, you know, being resistance here. I watch VWAP, and I also watch VWAP in like with NQ and NES. If they're both like have resistance at VWAP, I think that's the better signal even. Yeah, so I watch it for sure. Yeah. No. Talking about the I mean, no, not 30. I mean, more like 5. Like, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? So it depends on your account size. So the numbers are really irrelevant. So if you have a $1 million account, like 30K is not that big of a deal, right? It's just like normal swing probably. So it's all super relative, right? If you would do 30K in a 100K account, that would be more significant, right? Yeah, so it's all relative, right? So that's why if people post P&Ls, things like that, it looks cool, and I might do it at some point. I don't know, maybe you know, get some clicks. But honestly, it's irrelevant if you don't know the story behind it. If you don't know the account size, if you don't know how much risk they took with it, if you don't know, you know, things like that, like, it's mostly irrelevant. Yeah. Yeah, 12 days. Yeah, I know, man. Even 1 day eval is torture for me. But yeah, if you don't have a track record, it is what you got to do. Yeah, and 12 days, I think it's still very little time to really prove yourself. Yeah. Take the 5 day. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. Yeah. But nice to see you guys helping each other. Yeah, 12 days. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I used to blow. Okay. I used to blow up in 1-2 days going for the marathon this time. Yeah, very good. Like, but that's the thing, right? It is a marathon. Trading is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Like, anyone that treats this like a sprint will never make the marathon, right? Because have you ever seen someone sprinting in a marathon? No, no one does that. And there was one video on I think it was a video about a marathon, and it was a guy who was like sprinting as crazy, starting as a joke, right? And he got I don't know, probably after 1K he was puking at the side, because but that's what it is, right? So that's if you want to trade like full on from the start, you'll end up puking at the sideline in the first K of the marathon. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, that's how I see it, at least. It's like it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, guys. Like yeah. Yeah, and I think TFD is amazing, the way they set it up to make it a marathon and not a sprint. So good on them. Yeah. Yeah, and learning process. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, but it's great if you're in the learning process and you're aware of that. That's amazing, right? So because yeah, we cannot all. No, well, we cannot all. No one starts being a profitable trader right away. Just impossible. And even if you are, it's even worse, because then you think you're invincible and then you will blow up after. If your first months of trading are profitable, I can guarantee you will blow up bigger after. like I guarantee it. So yeah, you have to go through the process of learning it and managing things like that. Yeah, so all good. Yeah, very good. Exactly. Yeah, sprinting at the beginning of a marathon is the worst idea ever. You can only do it at the end. Yeah, exactly. I know this from experience. Exactly. Yeah, at the end it's all good, right? So yeah, exactly like that. You start slowly, you build a steady pace, and when the end is in sight, you'll sprint because you can see the end, right? Yeah, it's exactly how trading is, guys. It's exactly like that. You in the first year or whatever journey you're on, you're not going to sprint. You're just going to take it easy until you're profitable, or break even, and that's also very good in most cases. So don't get me wrong. Like, even if you break even after a year, I think it's very good, honestly. And then you can take steps like get a steady pace in, try to try to improve, and then midway you can try to get a better pace, and when the finish is in sight, then you can sprint and go for it, and then try to scale up. I think it's a very nice reference. Yeah, or now how you call that? It's a very nice analogy, right? How you say that? I don't know. English is not my first language, so I think it's analogy. Yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, 2 years, nothing, man. 2 years is nothing. Yeah. Yeah. The money. Yeah, let me read the comments. I don't know if you can see it. I went through 2 years of no money, literal torture and pain, wanting to throw myself out of the window, left my ass up. Yeah, man. This is, yeah, I get it, and I've been there. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and you have to work on yourself a lot to get over that, and you're not gonna get lucky all the time, and no one is gonna give it to you, and no one is helping you in the end to get there, and you have to do it yourself. Like I've been through all this shit, and I love to help you guys get there quicker, but you still have to go through it. I'm fine with giving you guys value and making that the learning curve more exponential, but you still got to go through the process, and you will for sure. It's hard. You finally figure it. Yeah, congrats, very good. Yeah. Yeah, analogy, right? I knew it. I knew it. Thanks. Yeah. When will we implement TPO? Yeah. Depends on you guys. You gotta buy more accounts, guys. It's gonna cost me a lot of money to implement, but yeah, we will do it. We'll get it done. We're gonna do a webinar about it before the end of the year or early January. So we're gonna, do a little Figma design and get your input, and then I probably need to build it probably 2-3 months to really build a solid TPO, I guess. So probably Q2 from 2026, if I'm being realistic. Yeah. I hope it's sooner, and it might be sooner, but I don't want to get your hopes up for nothing. We've seen enough people do that already, but yeah, man, that's me. Yeah. Cool, guys. Oh, an hour and a half already, almost. I think we're close to the end. Then maybe if you guys don't have any questions, I talked too much already. In general, I don't talk that much, I guess, but I love talking about trading. So trading, yeah, if it's about trading, I can probably talk all day. But in general, with my friends and everything, I'm not that big of a talker. So yeah, it's funny. Ah, thank you. Yeah. So Raj asked me for a subject of the stream. I said, let's just do an AMA. I don't know what to say this time, but I think this is pretty cool. Nice interaction with you guys. So I'm not feeling alone. Yeah, it's nice. I think we should do this more often. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. And get your accounts right, code NTF. Need to plug it a little bit. So I can put it back into the platform, all those affiliate fees. Funny. Because it's true, actually. Everything I put back in the platform, so I'm not even gonna lie. No. Yeah, happy to be online here. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So we did got a giveaway, right, Rush? I think we can do that. I think we can start doing that.
The giveaway will be announced next Tuesday.
Oh, next Tuesday. All right. Okay. Cool. Nice. Thank you for your time. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Yeah. So trade safe, right? It's like Fridays. I call it Freaky Fridays, right? So we have mutual fund Monday. We have turnaround Tuesday. What else we have? I don't know. Wednesday, I don't know. Thursday, I don't know. And then we have Freaky Friday. Yeah. I'll think of some names for Wednesday and Thursday. I don't know. Wednesday. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you here. Yeah, it's going well. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we're working on some. We're working on a lot of things, honestly. So yeah, making historical loading faster. We're working on copy trading. Yeah, soon TPO then, right? Yeah, a lot of things coming. Yeah. 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 Cool, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. So have a good weekend. Trade safe. So yeah, just be careful, guys. Fridays are hard, like for me at least. So keep your limits low. Get your stops in. and then see you guys next week.